Am I the a-hole for telling my friend that I could indeed tell she got filler? I have a friend from college. Let's call her Kelly. We've been out of school for a few years now and live in different states, but talk regularly and have been able to take a few trips to see each other over the years. Thanks to FaceTime, we talk face to face quite a bit. Important. Kelly is gorgeous, very conventionally attractive, but she has always been insecure about having thin lips. She talked here and there about trying filler, and I knew at some point she would as it became so common and socially acceptable. Filler isn't for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm vain too. I tape up my forehead while I sleep and all that, and she knows it's not my style, but I never ever discouraged her from getting it. I never even did the whole "oh, but you don't need it" thing. Just stuck to "oh cool" and moved on. It wasn't something we talked about very much. Fast forward and Kelly is getting married this winter to a great guy, and we're all super happy for them. A few months ago, while we were FaceTiming, I couldn't stop looking at how oddly her mouth was moving when she talked and realized she had finally gotten filler. I didn't say anything and just tried to avoid staring at her mouth when she talked. Recently, we went on the bachelorette trip, and this is where I'm not sure if I'm the a-hole. A lot of the girls on the trip didn't know each other, so we were playing some icebreaking games. Someone suggested never having I ever, so we were playing that and having cocktails. Towards the end of the game, I was running out of ideas, so I said, never have I ever gotten injectables. It really had no big impact on the game. Half the girls were like, same, and the other half were like, wow, I love filler. We just moved on. No one seemed upset or like it even mattered. However, after the trip, Kelly and I were fighting, and she was mad that I said that during the game. She said, I got filler, and you couldn't even tell. What's your problem? Caught me super off guard, because I literally don't have a problem with it. But that made me feel defensive, so I just said, I actually could tell you got filler. I just didn't say anything about it. Now, she's all mad and calling me judgmental, when I genuinely was so careful to stay so neutral. So am I the a-hole? Should I have lied and said I couldn't tell she had filler, and apologized for an opinion I don't actually have?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
The best I can do, extending some benefit of the doubt, is not the a-hole. Only you can truly know whether you had negative feelings about her getting filler, and whether you asked the question because it was in your mind in a negative way. But it really sounds like you're quite focused on her lips and not on a good way. So, while you may be innocent of any nefarious intent, I do not blame her at all for perceiving it.
OP replied,
I know it sounds like I'm so focused on her lips, but that's because this is a short post and doesn't encompass our 10+ years of friendship. Filler has come up no more than a couple times, and I don't know how I could have stayed any more neutral than I have.
Not the a-hole. The stuff put out during that game is not inherently good or bad. Never have I ever kissed a girl. Am I going to get defensive about that just because I have?
OP replied,
That's how I thought the game was supposed to work.
You are obsessed with your friend's fillers and weirdly brought it up during the game. You are totally weird, sorry, of course you're the a-hole.